Okay, picture this. You spend years studying crime, reading every book, analyzing every serial killer. You believe you've cracked the code and figured out what makes them tick. And then you decide to prove it. You plan the perfect crime. You're careful. You're methodical. You think you've accounted for every detail. But there's one thing you didn't plan for. Your ego.
The following is informative and contains my opinion and understanding of the subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Brian Kohberger wasn't just a criminology student. He genuinely believed he was the smartest person in the room, in my opinion. And the DSM-5 TR has a name for this: grandiosity. This is a core trait of narcissistic personality disorder. Brian Kohberger wasn't just satisfied with studying crime. He wanted to outsmart the system. But here's the thing about narcissists. Their ego always outweighs their actual abilities. And nothing proves that better than the fact that he repeatedly drove his car to the crime scene while his phone was on. Even when he got pulled over on his way to Pennsylvania with his dad, he reacted flatly. He didn't look scared, actually looked annoyed at the second stop. Twice in 10 minutes. This is all alleged, so we can't really say for sure right now. So let's just look at what we do know. We know that he, or whoever did this, victimized people who believed would make them feel powerful again, which regains their position on that grandiose pedestal I was telling you about. For a narcissist, you guys, this is everything. My friends, this narcissistic arrogance eventually becomes a criminal's downfall. Most people, including criminals, experience some stress response after committing a crime. Fear, anxiety. Not Brian Kohberger. He walked back to his criminology class like nothing happened. That's not bravery, you guys. That's a complete lack of emotional response, which aligns with the traits for both narcissistic and antisocial personality disorder. They feel exposed, or they feel like they look weak, right? That's the opposite of feeling grandiose, or feeling larger than life, if you will. So once a narcissist feel like they might look weak, and in order to counteract that, they have to do something to make them feel big again, to make them feel strong again. I just want to explore Brian Kohberger's behavior related to autism spectrum disorder, since his defense makes us aware of his diagnosis. If Kohberger does have autism spectrum disorder, some of his behaviors, like his social awkwardness or his intense focus on criminology, would all make sense. But here's the problem. Autism does not explain his lack of remorse, his grandiosity, or his emotional detachment. Therefore, it is my professional opinion that he may have been misdiagnosed or underdiagnosed. When you're not confident that the criteria for diagnosis has completely been met, you might note related characteristics of abnormal personality traits, such as those related to schizoid and obsessive-compulsive personality disorders. Next, for educational purposes only, I will tell you my thoughts. Comorbidity is having two or more disorders occurring at the same time. For me, I see comorbidity related to narcissistic and antisocial personality disorders with schizoid and obsessive-compulsive personality disorder traits. Schizoid personality disorder includes an emotional coldness and a lack of close relationships. Obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, traits of this might include rigid thinking, meticulous control over an environment. Most of these so-called autistic traits he exhibits, such as social detachment, emotional coldness, and fixation on crime, are better explained, in my opinion, by personality disorders. If Kohberger does have autism, it's not the reason behind his alleged actions. In closing, Brian Kohberger thought he was untouchable. He thought he was the grand master orchestrating the perfect chess game, while the rest of us were just playing checkers. But in the end, he was the one that got played. Checkmate. This far into my video, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am not monetized, so please help my channel by hitting the like button, the subscribe, and sharing. Last, let me know where you're watching this video from in the comments below. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this so that I can continue to bring you content.